From RareGem Productions, this is Let's Get It Together. Class is back in session. It's the Money Classroom. From basics to building wealth, budgeting to a blessed legacy. It's all right here. Access, information, and opportunity. In the classroom, grab a notepad. Today we get more insight and a little bit of leverage come tax time. Right here in the Money Classroom.
If you're getting a large tax refund, what that means is that you have allowed Uncle Sam to use your money all throughout the previous year at no interest.
But I didn't have a choice.
Yes, you do have a choice. When you get a refund, the refund is your money that you're getting back.
That's my money.
That Uncle Sam had in his coffers for the course of 12 months, and you did not get the benefit of that money.
All this and more, so let's get it together. We'll be right back. I'm Jade Darrell. Fifth Third Bank is the proud sponsor of the inaugural season of the Money Classroom. Hi, this is Jade Darrell. You know, one day it dawned on me. I'm paying a lot of money on postage for my bills. Well, why should I do that when Fifth Third Bank has online bill payment and it's free? Think of the money I'll save. Maybe I'll even use it to get my postal carrier a gift, like a patch for that uniform he keeps tearing up crossing over my neighbor's yard. I'll just say no hard feelings. Fifth Third Bank has a better, greener way. It's a simple, convenient, organized, and fast way to pay your bills. Choose the bill payment date that works best for you and let the bank do the rest. Unlike a lot of banks, keep your funds in your account right up until the due date. You also get a balance that helps you keep track of your funds. It always helps to manage your payees, and it gives you a convenient snapshot of your billing information. You'll receive periodic email alerts keeping you informed on information changes and bill payment activity. Now, doesn't that sound good? Just talk to your nearest Fifth Third banker or visit 53.com and search online bill payment. Fifth Third Bank, the curious bank. Member FDIC, bill pay subject to internet banking terms and conditions.
Let's get it together.
Come on in, everyone, and take your seats, please.
This is the classroom, where we get a front row seat to expert instruction, information, and access. You won't leave the way you came. This classroom is all about knowledge, and knowledge is power, and the power is yours. Now, let's get it together. In the classroom today is Royce Sutton, Vice President and Community Development Manager with Fifth Third Bank. Welcome back to the Money Classroom. I am delighted to be here with you again, and you've heard the phrase, no pain, no gain. Well, as we approach tax season, it does not have to be that way. Tax filing can mean less pain and more gain. And here to explain all that to us is Vice President, Community and Economic Development Manager Royce Sutton with Fifth Third Bank.
Jade, it's a pleasure to be here on Let's Get It Together, and we're going to talk about our favorite topic.
Money. The classroom.
Yeah.
All
Now,
right.
I don't want anybody to tune off the show today.
Because I said tax.
Well, because we start talking about a topic this is not a topic that's most popular, but it's a topic that's necessary, and I want everyone to be stronger and more empowered by what they are going to hear today. So don't tune off.
You sound like the guy that's about to give us our tetanus shot.
No. It's going to just pinch just a little.
Okay.
Yeah, just
but
a little
it's
bit.
necessary.
But it is important. It's therapeutic, and it's going to make everyone that much more strong. So the first thing I want to talk about is something that may cause people to tune off here within the first 2 minutes. I want them to think about reducing their tax refund next year.
What?
Yes. And here's why. If you're getting a large tax refund, what that means is that you have allowed Uncle Sam to use your money all throughout the previous year at no interest.
But I didn't have a choice.
Yes, you do have a choice. When you get a refund, the refund is your money that you're getting back.
That's my money.
That Uncle Sam had in his coffers for the course of 12 months, and you did not get the benefit of that money during the 12 months. So what I want you to do is take a real strong consideration of how you can get that money that you're getting a refund and get it in the previous year and use it all throughout the year, so that then you're taking your money and you're deciding when and how you want to use it. If you want to invest it, if you want to save it, which I want people to do.
Right.
If you want to spend it, that's your choice. But you're not allowing Uncle Sam to decide when you are going to get your money. And the way that you do that,
I thought I had to put the number down on the little form, and there it goes. And then I just wait anxiously.
So what you want to do?
April.
You want to sit down with your preparer, your tax preparer, and make some adjustments to your W-4 form and make sure you let them see what your income is, and then he or she can give you some advice on what the proper deductions ought to be. So you don't want to go into a situation where you're owing taxes.
Right.
You don't want that.
Exactly.
And so you do want to get maybe some refunds, so you've got a little bit of cushion there. So if you can go in and reconfigure your W-4 so that you get a smaller refund, let's say $100, $200 might be the range we want to shoot for the next year. This year's already passed. You can't do anything about that. When you sit down and get your taxes done this year, that's another thing that you want your preparer to do. And if you have a good preparer, if you have a professional preparer, they can do this with ease, and they'd be more than happy to guide you through this process.
Well, I'd be glad to have that. Now, here's where I need you. If I don't give it to Uncle Sam and I'm keeping it in my coffers, when I get my paycheck, how do I make the difference or reconcile that money that's not going to Uncle Sam?
That's where you sit down and you're going to look at what your deductions are, and your preparer is going to then tell you what you should expect your weekly pay to be. And so then you can make the adjustments that you might need to make on that end. So let's say you're actually getting more back each week in your pay. That's a good thing. Now, how about let's take that money and
go spend it.
let's go take that money and not go straight to the mall. Let's take that money and start saving that in our mind. Let's start thinking of ways how we can put aside more money. You know, we've always talked about it's hard to save, which it is. It's hard to carve out that money. Now, if you've got some extra dollars coming in that you hadn't anticipated, that's the easiest way to begin your savings program that then can build wealth for you over a span of time. The other thing I want people to think of during this season of taxes is putting more money into their 401k, 403p, their retirement plan. You're not going to be able to work forever, people. You just cannot do that. At some point in time, you're going to have to lay it down, lay down the sword, and you're going to depend upon dollars that you've earned in previous years. So if you put more money into your 401k, 403b, your retirement plan, starting in the new year or here in the coming months, then you will have money set aside for yourself in the long run. You cannot count on Social Security. And let me give you an idea of what that may potentially mean to you. If you put aside an extra $500 in your retirement plan over the course of 20 years, that would add up to $24,003 if you had a return of 7% per year. Now, that's a pretty nice amount of money.
And so if you take, you're saying $500
over the course
year?
of over the year, So if you divide $500 over a
12
year,
months?
that's nothing. You know, that's a small amount of money, and that will turn into $24,000 if you get a 7% return.
Right, and you'll tell us where to get 7%.
Yeah, well, well, there's a lot of ways we could go about doing that. So that's something I want people to really give some consideration, to really think about those golden years, and you really want them to be golden. So put some money aside for that.
That makes
sense.
sense.
Then you want to make sure you get a great preparer, someone who understands, and we talked about this before, but someone who knows and understands your situation, and who understands tax law. Tax laws change every single year.
Just like
you need someone who keeps up with that stuff. I don't keep up with tax law. So someone who understands how to properly file the exemptions and deductions that relate to your situation. So let me give you some ideas on some things. Let's say if you had medical bills that were in excess of 10% of your income, that is a change that your preparer needs to know about, because there's some deductions that you may qualify for as a result of that. Let's say you got a situation where you bought or you sold a home. That's a change in your tax situation that your preparer needs to know about, and it will have an effect upon your tax situation. Or if you got a situation where maybe you're behind on child support, that's going to affect you in a big way from a tax standpoint. So if you're running from that, you really cannot. So these are some examples of some things where your preparer, if you've got a good one, who understands tax law, who does this on a regular basis, and who is working in your best interest and isn't charging you an arm and a leg, will help you get through all of this.
Certainly. Now, can you also explain what deduction exactly means?
Deduction essentially means there are certain things out there that will reduce our tax obligation.
Got it.
And that's the goal. We want to be able to try to reduce our tax obligation. There are certain things that will allow that tax obligation to be reduced out there.
And when does that show up? Is that during the year, or is that once upon filing?
Well, we see the benefit of it throughout the course of the entire year, but some of it is when we actually file.
When we actually file, and that's where the preparer helps us make.
Exactly.
So there may be an obligation. Okay, your tax obligation is in this big number, And then as you go through your situation, that the preparer should know specifically that is reduced accordingly.
So let's take, for example, like if I'm putting money away in my retirement fund, whether I've got an IRA, 401k, that actually reduces my tax burden because then the IRS sees me as making less because I'm putting that money away.
Right.
That's a qualified deduction that I get, and it is nice. And then you get the benefit later on as far as your individual wealth. Now, the other thing I did want to share is that it's important that we file early.
Yeah, okay.
File early because there's a lot of fraud that's going on.
How early is early?
You're going to start getting your W-2s. You'll start getting a lot of 1099s. You're going to get a lot of information here pretty soon. Keep all of that stuff organized and together. You can begin filing your taxes on the 28th of January, that early. Now, it may get pushed back a little bit, but that's what the date is. But if you file early, what you're going to do is you're going to actually protect yourself. There's a lot of fraud that's going on out there, and if someone gets your Social Security number or your child's Social Security number, they could potentially file an income tax in your name and get your refund.
Oh, dear.
So then here you come. You're going to file your refund. Your refund is going to get flagged, and it may be delayed for several months before you get your income tax refund. So go ahead and file as early as you possibly can and get that information out there so that you can get the refund that you deserve. The last thing that I did want to share is this. It's a great opportunity before the year end. Give to your favorite charity. That's tax deductible. Whether that's your church, whether that's an organization, put that money out there to a charity. You got things that you support, things that you like. Why not give them some money at this time of the year? This is your gift back.
And then it will reduce that tax obligation, so it's a win-win all the way around.
It will absolutely do that. So
I love it.
So
That's not so painful, right?
It's not so painful, and this could make your taxes a lot more rewarding. I wouldn't say fun, but you'll feel a lot better about the whole experience.
Yes, and I will have some more money for my family to do what we need to do, because what we're here for is to
benefit you, your family, and your future.
And my future. That's
absolutely
a huge part of this.
Got to take care of it.
That's right. Thanks, Royce. Always.
For more information regarding our discussion today, you can contact the Fifth Third Bank Financial Empowerment Hotline.
And if you'd like us to cover a topic on this program, you can share that as well. Many times, your question could bring forth an answer that helps all of us. Learn more at 53.com. That's 53.com. And call the Financial Empowerment Hotline at 314-889-3333. That's 314-889-3333.
Let's Get It Together is made possible by the grace, mercy, and provision of our God. Each day, try Him, trust Him, and learn more in the Bible each day. Make Let's Get It Together your access to information, education, and opportunity. Subscribe to the podcast. Find information about our guests. News, notes, and video are ready for you at lgi2.com. That's lgi2.com.
This week, get a fresh new outlook. Let's get it together. Be inspired, informed, encouraged, and entertained. Let's get it together in the classroom. Information, access, and opportunity. Let's get it together.
Special thanks to the RareGem family, Harold, Clear Channel Radio, and Christopher Harrell.
From RareGem Productions, this is Let's Get It Together. Hi, this is Jade Harrell. I don't know about you, but I get tired of mailing my bills. Writing out checks, putting on stamps, licking the envelopes. Ugh, I hate that taste. But even if the envelopes had a pina colada flavor, who has time to do all that? With Fifth Third Bank, you can enjoy online bill payment and some extra time. Best of all, you don't have to lick any envelopes. It's a simple, convenient, organized, and fast way to pay your bills. Choose the bill payment date that works best for you and let the bank do the rest. Unlike a lot of banks, keep your funds in your account right up until the due date. You also get a balance that helps you keep track of your funds. It always helps to manage your payees, and it gives you a convenient snapshot of your billing information. You'll receive periodic email alerts keeping you informed on information changes and bill payment activity. Now, doesn't that sound good? With online bill payment, you're licking your time management problems instead of licking envelopes. And you're saving trees, too. Be good to the environment. Just talk to your nearest Fifth Third banker or visit 53.com and search online bill payment. Fifth Third Bank, the curious bank. Member FDIC, bill pay subject to internet banking terms and conditions. Hi, this is producer Jade Harrell. You know, they call something rare because you just don't see it every day. Well, you do. Hear it nearly every day. 10 a.m., Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. 10 a.m. Something positive to make your day with RareGem Productions, proudly producing and presenting positive programs. Learn more at OneRareGem.com. That's OneRaregem.com. Connect with us on Facebook. Facebook.com/ONERGP.